Welcome to the musical practice workshop. Today we're going to continue with the subject of reharmonization of melody approach notes. So in my two previous videos on this subject, we went over dominant reharmonization and parallel reharmonization. And today we're gonna see we're gonna cover chromatic reharmonization. Chromatic reharmonization is very simple. Chromatic, when we talk about chromatic, we're talking about half step, moving in half step. That was just a chromatic move I just did. So when you playing a progression in a C major, for example, so all the notes in the key of C major are diatonic to the C major scale. That means all the notes, they belong to the C major scale. But if you raise one of those notes half step, for example, if you F, you raise F half step, now you have F sharp. So F sharp is not a member of the C major scale, of the C Ionian mode. So F sharp is not a member of a C major scale. But it doesn't mean that it does not mean that F sharp cannot sometimes, visit the C major scale. Anytime the F sharp wants to pay a visit to the C major scale, it can, but it doesn't mean it belongs to the family, because it is not diatonic. It does not belong, to the C major scale. But the C major scale can borrow it when it is necessary to do so. So when you harmonize on a chromatic note, chromatic tone, you have to understand that the chord that you're going to use is also non-diatonic to the major scale you're using. Okay, so, and to reharmonize that note, it's going to take a special handling to do so. Okay, so basically harmonizing chromatically is not hard to do. The first thing you need to do, you need to figure out where the chromatic note is going to resolve, on what target note, on what target note or target tension note it's going to resolve chromatically. then you know, let's say you got example, you got C major triad. So E, not E, let's start with C. C is a chord tone, target tone. E is a chord tone, target tone. G is a chord tone, target tone. That means all the other notes, the approach notes, they supposed to resolve on the target notes, including the chromatic notes. Okay, so one simple way to practice it is to choose a triad, for example, C major triad. Okay, so now let's say you want to resolve on the C triad chromatically. Okay, that means the note that is half step below G, the note that is half step below E, and the note that is half step below C, those are the notes you're going to play, okay, chromatically to resolve on the target notes in the C triad. So that means you got B natural, half step below C. You got E flat, half step below E, and you got G flat, which is half step below G. So you just play B and E flat and G flat. And then chromatically, you're going to resolve on 3 target notes. On 3 target notes of C major triad. Okay, here it is. Very simple. Okay, you know your target notes, okay, in the chord that you're going to resolve on, and then each note half step below each note of your target chord. You're going to play those notes, and then you resolve each note, resolve half step consecutively to on the target chord, which is in this case C major triad. In the exercise that I've been doing with you, you know, like I've been using I've been using a specific melody, starting with C. Okay, that is the melody that I've been working on with you to reharmonize on the melody approach notes, passing notes, and today chromatic note. Okay, so in the exercise that I've been using, okay, if you go back in and watch, if you go back and check my 2 previous videos on the subject, you will you will understand what I'm talking about. So we basically this is let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 notes that I'm harmonizing, reharmonizing, including the diatonic notes. Okay, but I I have been putting more emphasis on the approach notes that resolve on the chord notes or target notes. So remember, every time I tackle one specific reharmonization, I try to go back to the previous ones, so to create some kind of link between them to make it easier for you to understand. So I'm going back to the previous one. So that was remember we harmonizing melody notes, and then the melody notes C all the way to B flat. Those are the leading voices. So we harmonizing below them. They are always on top of the reharmonization. So we started with regular diatonic uh, reharmonization, playing C major 6. Okay. And then the next one we play dominant reharmonization, and we play G7, G dominant 7 flat 9. Okay. Okay. Then back to this C major 6, different inversion. Then and we play back to the G7 flat 9, another inversion. Okay, then I move, then we play, this one is A dominant 7 flat 9. Okay, then right now we're going to move to the subject of the day of today. Okay, so where we were playing, let's see, we were playing okay, that's G7 flat 9, and then we play A dominant 7 flat 9, and then now I am going to play G sharp dominant 7 flat 9. Okay, okay, that G flat dominant 7 flat 9. I'm on, my melody note is A. My melody note is A. And then A is going to move chromatically to B flat. It's just like I'm playing G, A, B flat. Okay? So now I am playing G sharp dominant 7 flat. G sharp dominant 7 flat 9. And my chromatic move right now to play melody note B flat, which is half step above A, is this. Okay, that's it. That's what we call chromatic reharmonization of, passing, well, not passing, okay, simply chromatic reharmonization of approach notes. Okay, so next time we will cover double chromatic reharmonization. Until then, okay, take care.